Hi, this is Metal Steve. Shoo. If anyone knows the answer to this one, please pipe up. Please speak up and enunciate clearly. Alright, here it goes. The question is, how come you could buy things for a while there? I mean, you go to a thrift shop and you can find things from like the 60s, 70s, 80s, a lot of stuff from even earlier. And it's not all of it's torn to shreds. Not all of it is torn to shreds. A lot of it's actually in good condition, and a lot of it that isn't in great shape still runs. But you can find some things from the 90s, but they're usually pretty roughed up other than the CDs. Sometimes you can get some CDs from the 90s in better shape than you'd be getting the new ones in. So, why is that? But you try to buy something from even like 2000, 2001, 2002, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and beyond. If you find it, it's usually got a big, weird-looking problem. It's usually minus a couple of pieces. It usually looks like it's been through about at least 8 to 10 more years than it has existed for. And when you finally get it to work, it only lasts for a couple more weeks or so. And try finding things from 11, 12, 13 and beyond, 2011, 12, 13 and beyond, secondhand. You're not going to find them. Things from last year even, you're not going to find a lot of it. Now, this phone is an older phone, but it was in box when I got it, which means it was at least refurbished. So other than refurbs, good luck finding things from beyond 97, 98. And if you can find some things from 2001, like I have a CD player from 2001, it's going to have some big, weird-looking problem with it. It's not going to last very long. And why is that? I just went out and bought a new pair of headphones, like the day before yesterday. It lasted 15 and a half to 16 hours. I remember my mom used to be able to give me headphones from the 80s and stuff. And I used to hold on to them. I use my stuff every single day. I used to be able to hold on to those things for years. Speakers from the 80s and early 90s for years. The things that hang in there. The things that hang in there with the Metal Steve treatment. Radios. I have a radio from the 60s. I have a transistor. Maybe you've seen it, maybe you haven't. It's on the I'm gonna bring this radio to camp or the other radio video. Like why I'm never buying a new radio again video. I'm still sticking to that. I'm never buying a new radio again. Because the old one has outlasted every last one of the other ones except for my black boombox and my beach radio. So yeah, this thing, those three are beautiful. All the new ones I keep picking up just go, so I stopped doing it. It's like Well, here's my answer to why you can't find things. Let me know if I'm right or not. It's because for some bizarre reason, it seems to me at least, they build monumental flaws into all of these devices. They build all these flaws. All of these flaws into the devices. In the wiring, in the cable for the headphones, especially up near the connector where it plugs into the headphone jack, in the wiring itself in a lot of the devices. The chips are substandard quality. The radio board looks like it was assembled in somebody's basement as a scientific experiment. You've already seen one of those on one of my other videos. The speaker thing looks like, I don't even know how you describe it, like cheap paper. The buttons aren't even like real push buttons. They're like little metallic tabs in, but they're not good metal. They're not sturdy metal. They're just little tabs. When you push the button, it causes the circuit to complete, which is why a button can fall right in and no longer be pushable, and your whole radio goes after that. It's getting so that the thickest part of a radio or a mini TV or even a full-size TV is the outer shell, which is not built to half the standard it used to be. And it's not just because of the weight or the size. And it's all built with all these flaws that kick in on even the highest end stuff 6 months later. 6 months to, if you're lucky, you can get something these days to last an entire year. But you gotta baby the crud out of it. It just will not go. It will not continue to last. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. The real question, I guess, is why are all these flaws being built in? Drag what used to be a completely viable lifespan of several years. Didn't hurt the companies any to make these items last several years, several decades in some cases. And you know why? Because somebody would say, hey man, you got the GE radio, General Electric radio? Well yeah, because it lasts about 10, 15, 20, 25 years now. Well yeah. It would spread word of mouth. It'd be like, hey, I can totally get that. And so instead of having the same person go back and buy the same item again and again, it would be different people coming back because their friends would tell them, hey, this radio looks like it's going to last 50 years. Or maybe they wouldn't even say that, but then they'd have the radio for a while and be like, darn, this thing's hanging in there for a while. And the GE did last 50 years. And it's still going. And so other people would walk in and say, hey, you got this radio here, you got this right here, and it would cause people to buy more radios. Plus the radio programming was a lot better, so they'd be like, hey, yeah, did you hear the Bob and Ray show the other day? Yeah, I caught it I'm not in the direct area, but I caught it on a DX. Because these things could actually pick up faraway stations as well as being serious quality. Now, if you get a radio, Now you gotta spend hundreds of dollars on a thing called a C crane, or a Sanjin, or Sanjian, however you say it, or an E10. And you just find yourself parting with, like a fool and his money. And you could just go down the street to it would take you a while to probably find a good one, but when you did, you'd have it for life. Go down to the thrift shop or the Salvation Army and see if they had an old Sony or an old GPX even. Get really far away stations. Get trounce a C crane radio with it. I'm telling you, man. I don't even know anymore. So this is Metal Steve. I'm here. I'm just trying to figure things out. My next video will probably be another how-to, and I really want answers on this one. You got them? I'd love to hear them. This is Metal Steve signing off. Later.